This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.
Well, a problem that plagues a lot of us is called neuropathy. And thankfully, Dr. Dwayne Ackerman is here to talk about that. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having us, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. And, you know, many people have neuropathy. What do you first notice? What does a person first notice when they have neuropathy?
The symptoms vary. It can be from burning pains in your feet, pins and needles sensation in your feet, all the way to my feet are cold all the time. And a big one that people have that they don't really recognize is loss of balance. When you walk across a parking lot and maybe you don't feel as secure as you used to, your balance isn't quite what it used to be. It may be one of the very, very early signs of a peripheral neuropathy in your feet.
Is that cutting off the the nerves that really regulate your brain and walking? Is that what's going on?
Basically what happens is you have a lot of nerve endings in the bottom of your feet, and they have to send information up to your brain so your brain knows how to deal with our environment. And when that information doesn't travel to our brain fast enough, essentially our brain doesn't really know what our feet are doing or where we're at, so it doesn't know if we're standing on 1 foot or 2 feet, and so our balance gets off, and then the risk of falling becomes a real issue for our seniors. And we all know how fall risks are so detrimental and harmful to us, and it's such a big problem.
Well, so that's the discouraging part of the story. What's the encouraging part? What can you do for us?
Well, we've worked with a bunch of other doctors around the country, and through a lot of trial and error, we have some solutions that improve the situation. We can't completely fix it, but we can improve your ability to feel your feet, your sensation. We do it a number of different ways. There's metabolic ways. We try to decrease inflammation in your body. Inflammation causes the nerves to not function very well. So we want to decrease inflammation, increase blood supply to the nerves in our feet and legs so that they can start to regenerate and heal over time.
So we're talking about dietary changes and other habits?
It can be for some patients. I have some patients that come in and they've already cleaned up their diet. If some diabetics are really good diabetics and they really clean, some are just terrible. The patients that eat really clean have a better result because they have less inflammation in their body. So some patients we have to deal with it on the diet side. Other patients, they have that handled very well. So our programs are tailored to the individual patient depending on what they need. We've got a lot of different options that we can use, and everybody's different, so we have different plans for everyone.
Well, that's what we need, is a personalized plan, because one size does obviously not fit all.
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Your people, right?
I can have a 45-year-old diabetic come in, or I can have an 85-year-old that comes in and just like, I can't feel my feet anymore. They're using a walker. And then when I have patients that come in and they'll say that, hey, I went from a walker to a cane, or getting off the cane and they can walk again. It makes our day. It changes their life for the better and everyone around them.
Well, and that's what you're in the business for, is
Absolutely.
Making people feel better.
And it's a wonderful feeling that we can help people who are told that there are no solutions.
Right. Tell everybody where you're located, Dr. Ackerman.
Well, I'm out in Posey County, out in the Wadesville area. I've been out there for over 32 years practicing. Wonderful community. They've treated me well, and I've tried to reciprocate that as well. Well,
thank you so much for coming to be on the show. Come back.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Local Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.
This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Ackerman Chiropractic and Fitness Center.